Hey YouTubers, it is Numistaka and I'm back with you today for another dose of mega results. But first, a small and gentle reminder to go back to yesterday's video and please watch the 50 pence video from yesterday, which shows the unboxing of this amazing, magnificent and rare gold 50p set. So there are 75 only of these coins that have been minted. What makes them different? They all have the 2019 date on, but they have the designs of yesteryear going back 50 years and then forward, and including the 2009 very, very famous and rare Kew Gardens gold 50 pence. So let us get on to the second dose of mega grading results and take a look at what is in the second box. This video will show half the second box and then the next video will show the other half. Don't know which half is going to be more interesting until we've actually taken the coins out, but usually they're a pretty good assortment, so we'll see what this box brings us for grading results viewing pleasure, starting with the 2005 one sovereign. Mostly these seem to get a 70. They seem to grade very well. So this one unfortunately got a 69, which is not a great start to this box. Another proof sovereign, also a 69. You know, people think, well, are you guaranteed if you've got a pretty good condition proof sovereign? It's effectively never really been touched. Are you guaranteed a 70? The answer is no. You don't seem to be, although probably a third to a half of these do grade like this one as a 70. There are still quite a few 69s. It's rare to get anything less than a 69, and you can beat the odds a little bit by using the NCS conservation service, because sometimes a lot of these proofs have a film over them, or they have a tiny couple of bits of specks of dust on them, and those ones will get a 68 or a 69 if they go in for grading. And if you send them to NCS first, the surface gets cleaned off, leaving the mirror finish, and providing there's no physical damage, then you can often score a 70 on those coins, whereas they would have got a 69. Is it worth spending the extra $10–15, whatever it happens to be, on the conservation? I believe for a lot of these coins, particularly things like this one, the answer is yes, it is, because the market does seem to value a straight 70 when it comes to a lot of these coins. How much difference is there in price between a 69 and a 70 on this particular coin? It can be anything up to £200. Often it's around about the £100 mark. It is rarely less than £100. So if you do score a 70, you can get a considerable price uplift on some of these coins, particularly the proofs, where it is possible to get a 70 for a lot of them. MS coins, it's often very, very much more difficult to get a 70. This one, for example, this retails at about £560 with a 70. It's the half sovereign, but maybe only 325 to 350 if it's a 69, and anything down to 275 or so if it's in its original mint packaging. So a lot of these coins, you can see the reason why people grade them. 2005 one sovereign in a 70. I've seen these sell for up to £750. In a 69, they sell for maybe 550, 575. In mint packaging, probably 480 to 520, something like that. And we're talking pounds here, not dollars. This one, I think, might have been one that was sent back as a mechanical. I can't remember. I know there was one that was a 2010 coin that NGC put 2012 on the slab, and it had to be sent back. This may or may not be that one. My memory isn't good enough to quite make it out. 2005 John Node design sovereign, proof sovereign, got a 69. but this one's got the colourful label. So this person chose to have the label rather than the brown label. It's an extra $5 to get these special labels on the coins when they're graded. Next we have an Isle of Man gold quarter angel. So it's kind of interesting. If you look at a lot of these coins, you see the dragon with the angel killing the dragon. There is a theme that goes through some of these coins. I think probably this may have started because of the copyright on the Pedigree St George and the Dragon, and Pobjoy Mint were probably trying to find something which was equally artistic, that contained the same basic story of killing the dragon, but not to infringe the Royal Mint's copyright on the Pedigree design. That one got a 68. And I think that one may have been conserved, I can't remember. So it didn't do crazily well, but not bad. I've seen quite a few of these recently, both the quarter ounce and the 1/10 of an ounce. I think quite a few people quietly on the side have a little collection of these gold lunars. Maybe they bought one or two every year, or by just the 10th or just the quarter ounce. There's quite a few collectors of the Lunar series still. I don't know what you guys think of the Lunar series. We're now seeing, I guess, the finish of Lunar 2s. I haven't seen any news about what's happening with Lunar 3 yet. 1967 Burundi. I can't remember whose that is, but I bet that it's Mr. 1967's. And it's a very nice gold coin from Burundi. This guy collects 1967 year coins from all over the world. So this one, nice coin. Haven't seen one of those. Probably not very many around, and quite a nice thing to pick up. A little bit different from the average sovereign. So I do like seeing non-sovereign coins. A lot of people send me sovereigns, and I love sovereigns, but when I show you guys coins that have been graded, it's quite nice to see the odd coin that isn't a sovereign and is something a little bit different. Here's one, the Unicorn of Scotland. This is the Bullion version of the Queen's Beast 2018. The guy who owns this has collected one of each year since the series started, one of each type of beasts, 10 to collect, an ounce at a time. I think it's a really good idea because, you know, you then get averaging on the gold price. Pick a nice one. You end up with 10 ounces of gold, which is a really nice stack of gold. And so far, all his coins have graded, I think, 69. And 69, you may think, isn't a 70, but it's a pretty good grade for an MS bullion type coin. Then we've got a threepence, a 3-penny coin. This is the 1967 Maundy coin. Queen Elizabeth II, from the annual Maundy ceremony. It looks proof to me, but NGC have graded it MS, and I don't know whether all of these are effectively MS. A bit of a mystery on this is that it's Queen Elizabeth's Maundy, but she has the King's crown on the reverse. The Queen's crown is kind of one that goes up, kind of out and down, and then the King's crown goes straight from the top of the crown down to the side. This one is an unfortunate one because this is another one of the Maundy coins. It's 1967, but of course NGC can't read clearly, and they've labelled this one 1964 by mistake, so this one needs to go back. I also since found out that they were asked to label these coins with the GB label, and so in fact both of them need to go back. The 4-penny and the 1-penny or 2-penny both need to go back to have the label changed. I have to check whether that was NGC's fault or my fault in terms of the instructions, so we'll see. But you see what I mean about the crown, it going down, which is the King's crown, as opposed to up, which is the Queen's crown. It's really interesting because and you'll see some other Maundy coins in this lot of coins that are coming back, some of which are quite old, and I'll show you the differences in the crowns on those. This one, instantaneously recognizable, a bit of an icon, the Morgan dollar, 1886. That one got a 61. Not particularly great for a Morgan, because 61 on this coin, there are thousands and thousands better than 61 around, so it could have done a little bit better than that. And then there's one from New Orleans in 1883, which got a 63. That's a little bit of a better result, I think. They're always nice coins to see. Not that many people seem to send them in the UK for grading. I think people pick up the occasional ones, but to be honest, not as many Morgan dollar fanatics over in the UK as there are over in the States. This one is a great coin. 1888 3-cent piece. A 3-cent piece was about enough to buy a postage stamp when this was made. Condition absolutely great. Got a 64. This is around about a $500 coin in this condition. Not bad for 3 cents. And you can see just how nice a coin this is. Really nice. Very few little marks in the fields. The guy whose coin this is also sent quite a few others, which are coming back in a different tier at some stage very soon. And I think his coins are going to do really well, and I'll try and point them out when they come back in a few weeks' time. The next coin up is an 1887 half sovereign. This is one with a Jubilee head. It's not a particularly rare coin, but it is unusual to find it in good condition. A lot of these can be pretty worn or else very, very low MS, but to find it in a 63 is pretty good. I think that graded pretty well. Pleased with that result. Next one here is a coin that originally came from the Charles Wander collection over at Baldwin's, and is now being given the double pedigree of the Regal collection, ex Charles Wander collection. So anyone buying this coin or collecting this coin at some stage in the future will know exactly where it came from and who originally collected it. And I kind of really like seeing the pedigrees on coins, because as well as the coins being of interest, I think there's also a lot of interest in which collections they came from and whether those collections are remarkable or famous or have their own auction. This one's also being given a variety on it, an attribute for long tail, and you can see how the bottom of the tail almost stretches right down to the plinth on it. Also the DG, I think, is slightly closer to the crown. So I kind of like to see that. It's nice to see NGC starting to put a few more varieties when asked to do so on their slabs. It's something PCGS has tended to do better, and it's nice to see NGC catching up here. This one's an overdate sovereign, again, Regal collection, ex Charles Wander collection from Baldwin's, 1866 over 5 overdate, got an AU 55, and none of these coins, when I sent them in, were graded. There was a number of coins that were sent to NGC in the original Baldwin's sealed lot capsules, I guess, kind of lot packaging, so that they could be validated to have come from particular lots in this collection. Can't that easily see where the overdate is, but probably need a bit of a microscope to kind of see that, the overdate on that, and not through my lens, which I don't think is quite good enough. The next coin here is another sovereign, also now in the Regal collection, and before that the Charles Wander collection, 1844 sovereign, MS 61, very nice grade for it. And originally I put this in hoping to get a variety attribution for it, and it came back saying it had been hasn't been attributed, as NGC don't recognise that as an eligible variety. I can't remember exactly what the variety was that it should have been. Either way, NGC refused to give it a variety attribute. Obviously, they didn't see what I saw or was in the catalogue in terms of the description of this coin. But it's a really, really nice coin, pretty clear fields. Very, very nice. This guy, Charles Wander, only seemed to have collected nice coins, and I bought a couple of the coins from his collection as well during the sale a few months ago. Here we've got a kind of bullion-ish coin, 1930, from Switzerland, 20 franc gold piece. It was graded because the person who owns it thought that it was in great condition and deserved to be put in a slab and graded. You can pick up a lot of these 20 franc gold pieces for a little bit over bullion, and the better ones, particularly where they get an MS64, can give you a value uplift through grading. The last one I want to show you here for this particular unboxing is a very, very rare Somalian elephant coin, 2018. The reason it's rare is because it has the dog privy just on the left hand side. There were only 100 coins minted with this privy. It would have been nice to see it do a little bit better, but it only got a 68. But it is again an MS coin, so it's a mint state coin. It isn't a proof coin, even though it's got a proof-like finish from the mint. It's not to proof standards, and so 68 is again not a bad result. So more from the mega unboxing series pretty soon. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, and let me have your comments.